Hey, Robert Bruce. Hey, Jolly Roger. Hey, Jim Thompson. Trying to make a change for the channel. Hey, Blistering Barnacles. Still kind of trying to decide on doing memberships, but I was watching another channel. They had a quick question. I went to CVS, bought some stuff yesterday. Guy handed me back a bunch of ones. They were all star notes in sequential order. Just because they're in sequential order does not necessarily mean they're extra value. It's more about the star note themselves, Robert. In my opinion, you might get somebody to bite because they're sequential. Also, if they're in really good shape too, is the other part of that. But they were all star notes in sequential order, the whole 50-pack of ones, and that's pretty cool. I mean, especially if there's some good ones in there, I would look them all up. What kind of condition they are in matters. I do see people selling. It's hard to believe that there was a 50-pack of sequential star notes. That would have meant they would have made a mistake on every one of those in a row, and usually that's a one-off. And again, that's my opinion. I don't know a whole lot about the possibility of them making that many. And they're in order. They're in numerical order. That could be a thing, Robert. I haven't really had a lot of chance to. Paul Abrams. A lot of chance to do anything with that. So I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of information for you on it. But I've never heard of a sequential pack of star notes. So I mean, that would have to be a something. Best I could tell you would be to look it up on eBay and see if there's any out there that's sold before. I've never heard of that. Not a sequential star note run. Hey, AG. So I was noticing, I was on JJ Currency's channel a little bit ago, and I saw he had a thing come up as a way to tip without being a super chat. And so I was trying to work on that and trying to decide still whether or not to do memberships or not. And I thought just a tip jar might be a better option rather than having membership. So I was trying to figure out how to get that on there, but I got to get it to where Streamlabs will bring it up in the chat as we go along. So I'm kind of what I'm working on now. And then I had an issue there for a little bit, but this should work. So if you tip, it goes straight to PayPal. So I don't get a hit, as big a hit on what is given. Is my thought process. So that's kind of what I'm working on. So I'm going to be where I don't see chat every now and then as I do this. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. I think that would be. Hey, Paula, thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. But I've got to get back to how to set that up so that it pops up in the chitty chat. That's what I'm working on now. Commands. I think you can do it through commands. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do too. I love the super chats and all, but they are not of immediate benefit because you have to wait for that once a month check from YouTube, and if it's not over $100, then you don't get anything until it gets to $100. And I don't know if that resets every week or not, but I thought it might be. I thought it might be fun if we. If might be better if we. Oh, you're welcome, Jim. That was kind of hit me wrong. I mean, he is always such an upbeat fella, and I just really wanted to make sure that I got that out there to everybody I know that knows and loves him, and give him all the support you guys can for sure. So I think I'm going to let's see. So I'm working on some stuff now. So I think I can. Your tip, I can. Hey, Captain Vic, I should have all of the giveaways and prizes and stuff have gone out. I got the last of them in yesterday, so you should be seeing them before long. I've got to find the link. There they are. Tip page. So I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to go back, and I got pretty good set up. I got 2 boxes of halves for Saturday. They're sold already, and I got 2 boxes of nickels. And when I bought one of the boxes of nickels, they said I could come back and get some pennies. So I'm probably going to run out and get a couple boxes of pennies this morning too. So if I add a command, and I'm going to paste that here. So that would be open to everyone. No, that ain't what I wanted. Hey, SkyQuest. Sorry if I'm missing people. I'm trying to get some stuff. Trying to make a change, and I haven't done this in a while, so it is taking me a minute. I could use an old one. Let's see. Maybe modify this one. Hey, Cataro Hunter. Ding dong it. Happy New Year to you too, buddy. Hey, Crafty. I'm not. Hey, I've done this about 4 times this morning, and for many of them, for all of a sudden, my chat would not work, and so I thought, well, maybe the change I did might have hurt that, and so I went back to check that, and I had to come back in 3 or 4 times before it finally worked. I've got some coins to look at. I had not planned on hunting any online. I'm just trying to. Somebody type in exclamation TIP to see if you can get a reaction from it. Oh, it's not on. Hold on. All right, now type in exclamation TIP to see if it gives you an option to leave a tip. I'm trying to see if this will work. The good thing about this, if it's utilized, it doesn't go through YouTube. It goes straight to PayPal, and it's a better way to support the channel. But I'm not seeing stuff come up. It's on. Hey, Silver Serpent. Let's see if the others, let me make sure. Yeah, Cloud Body's on. That might not work the way I did it. So let me delete that. Let's start over. Start over. Start over. Add command. All right. Gonna try it again. All right, we have a command. Does it work? All right. Well, thank you for the update, Paula. I do seem to remember you were having some phone issues. All right, so there it is. So now if we click on that, what happens? All right, it takes us to the tip page. Okay, I can't pay myself. Maybe I can Venmo, though. Maybe I can do it with a Venmo. I'm just trying to see if it works. It's a little more involved than the other, so it may not be to people's, liking. So, and that's fine. I'm gonna see if I can find my son, see if he's watching or able to do something for me. I think maybe that once it's been used, that it will get easier. It won't be so hard. He ought to be about on lunch break. So anyway, I like the idea of doing it this way rather than doing like super chats, because I'll see if I can get my son to help me, if y'all are still here. Hey, I sent you another message, son. Type in exclamation tip like this and see if you can give me a tip. Just trying to see if this works. Yeah, see, y'all all want to see the coin side, but this is the other side of live streaming and things you have to do. Fun, 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 right? Fun, fun, fun till your daddy takes the T-bird away. And I'm also wanting to see that it's okay, thanks, Jim. I'm also wanting to see that it shows up in the chat the way it would with a super chat. Did it give you any kind of feedback, Jim? Did it? Okay, nice, Robert. That's good. Like I said, I didn't really have any good information for you on that. So sounds like you scored a nice pickup there. Good job. Jim, did it say anything about when you did it? Why it didn't go through or anything like that?
And so then I got a call from them saying, we don't have to worry about money no more. And I said, that's good. One less thing.
All right, so that worked, and my clip worked. So Jacob, you didn't have any trouble, did you? Hey, William E., I'm trying to work on a new feature, and I'm still trying to stay away from memberships, but I'm hoping to be able to have kind of like a tip jar. If anybody would like to support the channel that way, it can be as little as $1, and it goes straight to PayPal instead of through YouTube, and that, so it's a little more. Yeah, that's true. It's not often you see them that way, Robert Bruce. That's very, very strange. I've never heard of somebody getting a whole strap of star notes like that. So that does work. It may be a little convoluted there, Jim. I'm not sure what kind of issue you might have had. That's why I called my son. He's kind of more savvy on that stuff than I am with all the electronic payment stuff. So that does work, and I would like for it to be like, let's see. I would like for it to, let's see. I would like to be able to get it to so that it would just stroll through the chat every now and then. I got to remember how to do that too. I'm sorry this is not as exciting as hunting coins, but the only way you can do it is live. So the only way you can do it is live. I'm trying to. I'm still not decided on membership, Shell Bell. So I'm trying to set up a tip feature, and I have it set so far that if you type in exclamation tip, it will bring up a link to go that you can be able to support the stream that way. And now I'm trying to get it to where it will scroll in chat every now and then. I would imagine you could, Shell Bell. I imagine you could. All right, let's try this. That's probably not what I need, though. Hold on, maybe that will. Oop. Let me try that. Hide tip on page. Nope, I don't want to hide it. It was Wayward Walker. And then I was scared. I made a change to the editing, and it would not. I came on live 3 or 4 times, and it would not load chat. It was giving me some errors. So now what? Let's see. Hey, NC Prospectors. It's been so long since I made any kind of change to the stream. I can't remember how to make it pop up in chat every now and then. Hey, Coin Silver. Yeah, I keep goods and services on PayPal. I just feel like, I'm using their service, so um, I keep it on goods and services. I mean, they got to make their money too. So did you send something too, William? I see Jacobs. I don't see another one yet. Um, that may be get notified in chat whenever an activity like a donation or subscription. It's not what I want. Maybe this is it. Or not. Let me try that. Maybe I can do that. Hey, Fleabag. Okay, thank you, William. Thank you, my friend. It should have showed in the chat is the other thing. That's the other thing a part it was, William, that I wanted to make sure that it gave credit in the chat. So it did it when Jacob did it. And I see that you also, William, was more than generous, sent $10. So thank you, William. But I want to make sure that it shows that in the chat. So you can always do PayPal. But you know, if you have my PayPal, you can always send me money. But if you did you do it, William, through the tip feature on that I've got in the chat? Because if so, it should have given you a little. It should have given you a little bit of a, hey there, thanks for doing that. And then I should also see it in my mini feed on my display panel. Had a new development with the heart issue. They did an echo on me and found a decent sized blood clot. Waiting on my 2 DRs to convene as what to do. All right, thank you, Fleabag. We will keep you in our thoughts and prayers. We need to get that resolved. Keep us posted on what they're going to do, or they'll try to dissolve it, or what they're going to try to do. So please keep us posted. Okay, all right. Yeah, I got it. The whole point in using the tip feature, William, is to give you credit for having done it. Because I'm not expecting people just in the background to be sending me money without the people in the chat being able to realize that. So thank you for doing that, though, William. Yeah, Fleabag, I'll be praying for you, brother. if you get any more information and want to shoot me an email or something, I can share it out on Discord. Hey, Hannah Cargyle, trying to work on a new feature for my stream, so not doing coins, just trying to work on a new tip feature. Type in exclamation tip, Hannah. Oh, and by the way, just so in case you forgot, this Saturday, all right, now you have to give me money, Hannah. This Saturday, I will be giving away this 1/4 ounce silver round for BH Ringer as kind of a thank you to everybody that hit him with the subs and got him over the 500 sub mark. So that we'll be giving that away at the end of the stream Saturday. So make sure you are around for that. 1/4 ounce of silver is not nothing to sneeze at anymore. I mean, really. So that works, and it does also give people a way. I could do something like this. Let me go over here. Let me try that and see what y'all think about that. I could pin it to the top.
So then I got a call from them saying we don't have to worry about money no more.
Oh.
I said, that's good.
Thank you, Hannah. All right, it works. It works. And so now, hey there, Dad Spare Change. Hannah, do me one more thing and I'll give you the money back. Click the link at the top, Hannah. Click the link at the top and see if that link works that way. And we can do it that way. I can quit worrying about putting it. I will just start tagging it and putting it at the top of pinning it at the top. Pinning it at the top. I am probably going to do a small, short little auction, maybe 3 or 4 items. I don't know if any. Thank you, Hannah. All right. All right, it works. That works. So we are good on that now. All right, I think that's what we'll do. That put that up there like that. It seems to work pretty good. It gives the person that tipped recognition. I may work on a tip jar and put it on the screen somewhere just so that we have a running total on that. And instead of doing memberships, I think I may do that for the short term. And then and also when you do this, it goes straight to my PayPal, so I don't have to wait a month or accrue $100 into my AdSense account before YouTube will pay me, and then they get their cut of that also. So it's really a better way to support the channel. And it may prove to be too complicated or involved that people want to do it that way. No, you should be able to do it straight through the chat. And William, I'll leave Super Chat open. That's still a viable way to do that. If you want to do it that way, that should still work, I believe. So I will leave that open. But, this would just be another way to do it that would be a little more, kind of like cutting out the middleman for a little bit. Cutting out the middleman a little bit. So it's certainly not meaning to alienate anybody in the process. I'm just trying to figure out a way for y'all's generosity to better support and benefit the channel. without such a big hit being loose through the middleman. So we'll do it that way. I would just put that at the top of the chat when we're streaming. And mods, you can do that if you would like. I think Shelly, some of you should be able to. Yeah, right, exactly. That was another reason I thought to do this, William. Just trying to make it a little more, beneficial to the channel and for your money to go where you wanted it to. If y'all are good enough to send it. And I tell you what, since y'all are here, I'm going to do a quick little few rows. Might as well hit a few rows of nickels while y'all are here. So give me a second and I will hunt a few, because I was going to hunt a few today anyway. And I need to let somebody know that I'm on, because Superfan Gabe's going to be mad if he knew I was on and he didn't know it. All right. All you have to do is go to the 3 buttons on the right, shell bell, and when you click those, it should give you the option. Well, I'll have to do it over here. It should give you an option to pin a message. And I don't know that you have that ability, but I thought you might. When you do the 3 dots on the right of the name, it may give you the option to pin a message. It might not. I might be completely wrong. Going through some of my bills. Get my good light on.
So then I got a call from him saying we don't have to worry about money
Jim
no more.
Thompson.
I
Whoop,
said,
whoop, whoop. Thank you,
"That's
Jim.
good. One less thing."
Thank you, Jim. So let me get stuff set up here. I did find a buffalo and a few nickels. I did a bag of nickels this week. Had 200. Thank you, Jim, for staying with that, brother. Thank you for being persistent in that. Okay, I think I had Shell Bell as like a managing moderator. Let's see. She is supposed to be a managing moderator. I didn't know if that gave her extra. I tell you what, I'll make you a managing moderator too, Dad Spare Change, and see if you can do it. She's on her phone. That no, you are hold on. Hey, Hannah.
I'm back. Oh, you're not hunting any coins?
I'm gonna hunt a few since I'm on, but I was all right. I've changed you to managing moderator. Now you and Shell Bell. Hey, Rhonda. you and Shell Bell should have the same options. So, and if you don't have it, you don't. I just thought maybe what's the point in having that feature if you're not, if it doesn't, you know, give you at least the ability. There's Gabe. So we'll hunt a few nickels while we're here. I appreciate everybody hanging in there with me while I worked on that. I know that was not the, we'll do these 10 rows and then we'll see what we find. These are Brinks. I've got a box of Loomis and a box of Brinks nickels. And like I said, I did 200, I did a bag, so $200 of nickels this week already, and I found 3 silver and a buffalo in those. So, hey Gabe, how you doing? I could not do a stream today, Gabe, without letting you know I was on. You would be so mad if I had been on live and you had not been able to participate. So I got the little things, few little things straightened out. If you're just coming in, I've added at the top of the stream a link to a tip page. And I just feel like that might be a better way, rather than doing memberships. If somebody would like to support the stream that way, we could do it that way, and it would go straight to the PayPal account and not have to set in the AdSense account, because for me to get paid through that, it takes a month. I only get that once a month. Okay, thanks, Blistering Barnacles. Hey, Pa, spare time. Pa, we're all thinking and praying for you, brother. I really do appreciate you putting that post out there, brother, and you know, it means a lot that you keep us in the loop on how your life's going and allow us to support you in our thoughts and prayers. No, I am what I am, Rob 7819. I'm sorry. I do have a southern accent, and I don't know how subtitles work.
Worse, because when I try to text to talk, it can never understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for helping me with that, Hannah, by the way.
Come on, Angus.
So yeah, so we did this at the top of the stream. There's at the top of the stream, there's a link. You can click that will open a way for you to tip to the channel that'll go straight to PayPal, and so that seems to work. Everybody has been able to use it that wanted to use it so far, and I appreciate it. And that will help out. Good. Hey, Bo Palmer. Good to see you. And if it's too big a problem, you know, if it's too big a fuss to be able to try to use it, I'm fine with just clicking along like we are. I think I'll leave super chats open. All right, Paul. Yeah, keep us in the loop, my friend. Keep us in the loop so that we can support you all we can. But I think that's just a better way to do with your money, what you intended to do it. And that is to help and support the channel. Hannah's wanting to watch TV. She's got to work tonight. She went to the gym and worked out. And she's got to work tonight. So we had a great time last night. There's a 1941 to be our first find for the day. Rhonda, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you still kicking around. Gabe, how are the chickens going? Gabe now is has a t-shirt that I saw a picture of courtesy of Shell Bell and Chicken Man Dan. Chicken Man Dan has given the blessing for Gabe to become Chicken Man Gabe. Gabe now has a t-shirt that says Chicken Man Gabe. Martin sent me a picture of it, and he is somewhat proud of that. Let me go ahead and tell you. All right, good deal. Good deal, Paul. We'll be looking for you. We will be looking for you. I ordered some extra pages for my nickel and my $50 book so that I could get some of these latest dates. And I think my nickel book goes to 21 and my $50 book stops at 22. So was trying to get a few of the newer coins in while we're being able to pluck them out of circulation pretty good. Also, one of the banks said I could pick up a couple boxes of pennies, so I'm going to pick up 2 boxes of pennies today at some point. Oh, I see, Rhonda. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. We'll for sure keep you in our prayers, dear. That is certainly a major health problem. I'm glad to see you're still kicking, though. Glad to see you're still kicking. We took Hannah out kind of for a belated birthday dinner last night, me and my son and my dad. He enjoyed it so much. He loves spending time with them. Easy to get too involved in the goings-ons of the world and spend time with family. So we enjoyed that little time together last night. Went to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's right, Shell Bell, that's right. He loved it. He absolutely loved it. So again, thank you guys for working with me on the donations tab there. Hey, namaste. I think that will be a better fit as far as people that want to help, and some of you have already done that, so thank you very much. Kind of might seem a little underhanded. Hey, I'm testing a new feature. It's a tip feature. See how many people want to test it. These are the boxes. Shop the surgeon. He made me call my son. Hey, I'll tell you what, Rhonda. I mean, that is very, very. You are blessed to still be tip-tapping away on your keyboard. Next Sunday, that's for a change. I'm going next Sunday to Atlanta to a monthly show they have there. There's also a show in Dalton, Georgia that's supposed to be a really big show I've been told about. Haven't looked at the dates on it yet, but they say it's a major, it's up there with Eastridge. Hey, Anfield. You just take care of yourself, Rhonda. I mean, you know, you do what you can do. This was the type of box we found the buffalo. I'm assuming everybody saw Dalton is a very nice show. Yeah, that would be a close one. I don't know, within a 3-hour drive or so I thought about going to this year. Have not looked at the dates on it yet. Just going to depend on what the needs are at the time. If there's not anything I'm looking for, that's too far a drive just to window shop. There's a 56. All right. Need to find that three-legged buffalo now to keep my 18/7 nickel company. My son stayed the night last night so that he could, all right, Jim, take care, my friend. Thanks again, my brother. I appreciate your support as always. I saw the video that Rob did on the 1983 cent, the copper penny, copper cent. That was awesome. That kind of making me want to do, you know, yeah, just keep the faith there. Hey, Brian Robinson, keep the faith there, Rhonda. I know you have been through a lot. $64. Don't usually check the D's. So hard to find one that's not so beat up that it's pointless as to whether it was, there's a 48, pointless as to whether it was doubled or repunched or what. Like I was saying though, I think I will have a few items in an auction, maybe 3 or 4, nothing major. I'm thinking about going through some of my walkers and see if I have some that are in good enough shape to be desirable. I should be getting sometime today. I should be getting in a 62D or P reverse. It has the Type B reverse on them. It is graded by NGC. I got Mint State 64s on both of them. So I will have those up for auction coming up. Green sheet on those is about $60. So if anybody is interested in adding one of those to the your collection, tune in Saturday and I might have a couple of them coming up. All right, if you type in, like you told me a little while ago, AGI, type in exclamation me. There you did it. 250 subs, about to get there, so y'all help him out. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. I'm going to work on that, seeing how to get that thing to pop up in the stream. Some too. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yeah, it's hard to keep up on a phone sometimes. All right, we're going to keep hunting nickels. We're going to stream till noon. We'll stop streaming at noon. Now I may pop in and out, off and on, trying to refresh my memory on how to get that in the chat scroll like I want it. So if I do, if y'all see me on, it won't be but for a minute. I need to do a little studying on it first. Yeah, it's hard to mod on the phone for sure. Oop, we got wildlife. We got wildlife. Row number 8 or so of the hunt. We got a buffalo. I'm gonna move up the scope here and see. There he is. Got some good detail on it. It's got all of its legs. No mint mark, it doesn't look like. What do y'all think the date is? What do you think the date is? Brian says 37, AGI says 36, Fleabag says 36. 36 seems to be the going. Ooh, y'all are low flyers. Y'all are high flyers. 1929. 1929 buffalo. It's not in bad shape either. Not in too bad a shape. Now, these Brinks boxes have seemed to give me the better stuff. That's what we found. The 1918 buffalo was in the Brinks box. I've hunted a few Loomis boxes since then and not had near the success in those as I've enjoyed hunting the Brinks boxes. And now the exception was I bought that $200 bag from the bank that gets their coins from Brinks, but they, that was stuff that their customers had bought in that they had not sent back to be wrapped yet. So I kind of got those incognito or before the box, if you will. I watched Georgia Silver Hunter did a video the other day, said he lost his screwdriver in New York. So I looked on his channel and got his address and sent him a handful. He should get them in a day or two. do much Facebook. I have it on there because Hannah sends me instant message things sometimes, but I don't do a lot on Facebook. There's a 59 from Denver. 59 Denver. Bye, Shell Bell. Back to work. See you on Saturday. $48, Philly. Gabe, did you go help get the eggs this morning? Are y'all still getting the eggs out of your new chickens? Here is a 57. Got a few finds out of here. Really nice on the buffalo though. If you get a nice buffalo, you got to feel like it's a pretty good box. Only thing that could make it better would be a silver war nickel or two. But we got 3 out of the last bag I did, so I can't complain too awful much. Can't complain too awful much. Here's a 2004 P. Those can be a DDR. Haven't ever found one. I found one that was close. I think it was this one here. And I just could not make my mind up as to whether it was the DDR. The 4 looks kind of stunted on the serif, and it looks a little like there's a spread on the O's. Gabe gets the eggs in the afternoon, I see. Don't be texting and driving, Martin. You don't have anything to say that can't be said when you're stopped. But I was trying to decide, but that, I think it's more damaged, but it does look a little doubled. It's the closest I've ever come to finding one of those was that one. Hey there, Mr. Wobble. No, it is just a hat I have. I was not in the service, and I don't intend to impersonate anyone that has. I was never able to serve, but I like the hat. So it's just a hat that I have worn, but I did not get it honestly. I did not get it honestly. I tried to go into the service. My hearing was so bad I could not pass the physical. We are at the Tandy store for Valerie. You can buy more leather sitting in the parking lot. Thanks for coming in, Mr. Wobble. I did not set up the requirements for being a subscriber to chat, so I'm going to say this: if you guys are in and haven't subscribed, I would appreciate it if you could drop a sub to me. It would really help. I'm not. We did find a nice buffalo a little bit ago, Mr. Wobble. A 29, I think it was. You just missed it. But I usually have my chat set up so that you have to be subscribed, but this was kind of an impromptu deal, and I was working on some other stuff, so I didn't set the usual parameters up because this was not a scheduled live stream. Not a scheduled live stream. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated. I thank you. Now, we will be on again if you have time on Saturday mornings at 11 o'clock. We will be hunting these 2 boxes of $50 who Martin Bowen had bought both boxes again. So he's had pretty good luck. We kind of struck out last weekend, but hoping to get back on some silver this weekend. So we will have giveaways and things associated with that stream. If you would like to come join us on Saturday, we will be back on again Saturday, doing what we do. Doing what we do. But thanks for coming in today. I appreciate it. There's a 58. When we're hunting nickels, we kind of just pay a little homage to the older ones. I don't keep them anymore. I was all on board keeping everything I found below 1959, and it become a monster. And so I still keep some of the oldies if they're in good shape. Of course, I'm going to keep anything that is a semi or key date, and I keep all my buffaloes. I know you seem to be a little new to the channel, Mr. Wobble, but we found a very rare buffalo nickel back last year. I think it was in November. Actually, it had to have been in September. We found a 1918/7 buffalo nickel, one of the rarest buffaloes you can come across. Okay, AGI, that's fine. Like first, enjoy your party, and thank you for serving in the fire department. So, you are a worthy member of our first responders, it would seem. So yeah, I had it graded, Mr. Wobbles. It ended up being worth over $2,000, and we found it live on my stream. And so it ended up being a very, very nice addition to the collection. I've also got a nickel, I finished mine. I done drank my whole cup this morning, so ate me a big bowl of oatmeal with some honey on it. And Dad Spare Change sent me a nickel for him that he found that has the high D on it. And so we will be, that's at the grader now. And so that D is way up here next to the 5. It's called a misplaced mint mark. And so hoping to get that back soon with the variety identified on it. That will be good. And as I said, I'm supposed to get my quarters in, so I will have 262 silver quarters with the Type B reverse for auction this weekend. If anybody's interested, probably will start bid at about $70. The gray sheet is, I think, retail is $90. Gray sheet is $70. So I will have 2 of those on display. I should have them back today from the grader. I'd already looked at the grade. I got 64s on both of them, so those will be out there if anybody is interested this weekend. Yeah, I got Jim Cantor called me, and his coin shop had them. And he thought it was a full row. I bought them thinking it was a full row of them, but it ended up it wasn't. No problem, Dad Spare Change. Thank you, brother. Thank you for allowing me to help you out. It is there, and it is listed as misplaced mint mark. So now all we're waiting on is to see what the grade will come back on it as. So so it has the designation and all. So as soon as I get movement on it, I will let you know. We're going to stream for 20 more minutes, and then we're going to call it a day. Call it a day. Has anybody bought any of the new Whitman albums? That they have like a new, looks more like a Dansko album than their classic albums. Has anybody bought any of those or looked into any of those lately? They look to be a little cheaper than the Danskos also. I was wondering, I almost thought about calling them and telling them, I was looking to upgrade my nickel album and wondering if they might like to donate an album to the channel. Hey, Cubic Art. Donate an album to the channel and I could do a review on it or something. You never know. Might get me a free nickel album. I was looking for extra pages for my $50 album and my nickel album to get these latest dates in there. And I noticed they had the premiere album. It was the Whitman Classic was kind of their top knot. Now they have a premiere album, and it looks good, but I'm just not knowing what how the quality is. But I think you know, album for general coin, nickels or whatever, like $36, which seems to me to be cheaper than Dansko if the quality's there. One thing I've noticed about Whitman that I don't like is the covering, you know, what the plastic cover slides into can be a little weak and come unglued and even rip if you get that sheet of plastic off center. So I'm hoping that with this new iteration they've maybe toughened that up. I always thought that, you know, somebody that was very good with crafting that kind of stuff could make an album that would be truly like a one-of-a-kind coin album, like, you know, and for Walkers or Benjis or something that wouldn't maybe be so elaborate like Morgan's. How many people would ever gonna, and some of you do, I know some for sure that I know have filled or almost filled their Morgan album, but I just always kind of thought a really nice leather bound, and then the pages would be thin sheet. Hey, Michael Rose, thin sheets of leather in such a way. I don't know what it would take to do something like that, but you know, I wonder if there's any really top shelf coin albums out there, you know, because sometimes these others seem to be a little bit, I think could be built a little better. What is up with you, Michael Rose? Thanks for dropping in. we're just working on some things. I'm trying to put in a little different way to support the channel. I've got a tip feature pinned to the top of the chat for people to use if they would like to help the channel out a little bit. You can even just do $1, you know, but instead of it sitting over in the AdSense account and having to accrue $100 before it makes it to me, this way it gives you an option to support the channel directly without everything going through the YouTube side. So I was working on getting that up and running, and it does work. And so we also still have the super chat stuff there, but I just wanted to make sure, hey, show me. I also wanted to make sure. Yeah, I agree, Crafty. My main thing is just that things are, you know, that the plastic would slide in a way that it wouldn't, because, just let me show you. I don't know if but with this stuff, sometimes with these, if you grab them wrong, this covering can come loose. Like here, you can see that it's loose. Now these panels are too wide, so it has to be loose in the middle. But when you're putting these back in, if they get outside and the edge of that panel can get outside, it will actually just tear right through there. So that's really nothing but paper. You know, it's not a material that is very resilient. I had replaced that 88 the other day and I let it sit in the book. Yeah, here's an example. with my you can see where it tore there, because I've had to rearrange these a bunch of times as I get a new date. I have to shift everything forward because I didn't want to buy the book that like you can see here, this is all ripped, because that's really just nothing but colored paper. And so if you get this panel off a little bit when you stick it through there, it will rip. So that's what I'm talking about, is that the pages would be a little more substantial, so that when you slide those in and out multiple times to make additions and things in it, that it would handle the strain at least a little bit. You know what I mean? At least for a little bit. All right, on with the hunt. We got about 12 more minutes. We're gonna hunt. What's up there, Nick? How are you, my friend? Mr. Nick Molnar. Have you made it to 3K? Wasn't you close to 3K or 3,500? I know BH Ringer finally made it. We will be giving away a 1/4 ounce of silver. 1/4 ounce of silver. It's a baby Walker. We'll be doing that on Saturday as incentive for helping BH Ringer get to 500, and he did make it. So I told him I would give that away if he made 500, and 500 he made. So we will be doing that. That is a thing. That is a thing. Coming up soon to a WalkerMagnet channel near you. So tune in. That's a $20 little piece of silver now. I know silver dropped a little bit, but so what did it go to today? Silver price today, $75.95. So at what point are you back to buying again? And maybe you're still buying, but yeah, I agree. I don't like the stick together ones, Rhonda. I like the staple ones. Okay, but I don't like the stick together at all. I tried them for a little while, and they really don't secure the coin in there very well. So there's a 57. We've had a few finds today. Nice little buffalo. Doing okay. That's good, Nick. How are the legs doing? Are you still seeing improvement with the legs? I read an article on the Canadian, one of the Canadian companies is short in silver. And to be honest, I really don't know what that means. I get they're betting on the fall, if I'm right. I sold most all of my just regular stuff. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. They don't you know, I guess the whole point is you don't have to staple them. But if you put anything, like if you do a nickel, which takes up the entire, you know, the entire area that shows the coin, well, if you do it like a nickel, the thickness of it will eventually, it'll make it become unstuck, and then it moves down and you end up with the coin stuck to the sticky stuff. So I quit using those. I thought it would be nice to be able to not have to worry about sticking them together, but it didn't work really well. Still buying goal is 2 ounces a month. Hopefully I can average everything out if I decide to sell. But $70 silver, yeah, I agree with that now. Yeah, $70 silver will still look good at 100. Yeah, that's what I was saying, you know, when we were able to buy. The last big purchase that I made was at the show that we went to in Eastridge, Tennessee, and we were buying $46 and $48 silver there. And then I bought some more at about 52, and my whole line with that was, you know, if you ever want a chance in your lifetime to double your money on silver, then now's the time to buy, even at 50. And then even at 75, you know, really and truly. But especially at 50, you know, your best chances to double your money on silver is, I think, you know, $70 or below. Would think closest to 50 you could get would be best. But I sold mine at 72, which I thought that's pretty good. The melt was 76 at the time, so I was able to sell for only $4 under melt, which I felt was pretty good. Oh yeah, nice. That was a good buy. That was a good buy. Well, I've sold some now. I've still got a bunch of ASEs, but a lot of those were my wife Allison's, and I'll probably never sell those. So I will start maybe trying to add a little back here and there. It was a journey anyway, so, you know, I wasn't doing it necessarily for investment. My investments are tied up in the market. It was more of a hobby, something to do that had an intrinsic value, that if something come up, I had the money there, you know. So it was a hobby that kind of had an upside in that what you were collecting had value. So I have over 500 Wheaties. I am trying to get them in tubes instead. Then we'll work on putting all my varieties and errors in tubes. Oh, that's good. Something to work on. Was on my phone with that unique. Oops, sorry, Robert. I guess I didn't get the message there. Robert got a bunch of consecutive star notes today. I want to say, if I remember right, a whole strap of 50 consecutive star notes. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I've got all my Wheaties in tubes by dates, although some of them, like I did a teen, so I've got all the teens dates in one tube until it gets up into the 40s, where you get so many of them you can start making full tubes. In Canadian funds, decided to check with Coin Dealer Antique Company, and the most they've ever seen was 4 consecutive notes. Okay, so they had 50 consecutive, and you were able to buy a few of them. I see now. I see, Robert. That's still good, though. I mean, that's still pretty nice. Yeah, I've got, if I pick up these today, I'll have 4 or 5 boxes of pennies, and I've got about 2 boxes of customer wrap pennies I need to go through. I have to really be in a bind to hunt pennies. I just would rather hunt nickels or quarters or halves. Just because, if nothing else, they're easier to see, and there's, it's not quite as much to look for. But hey, man, you do like that kid that RFT was helping out find a 83 copper cent. Wow, that would be great. That would be great. Because they're definitely out there. I like the way Rob did that. It wasn't a clickbait sounding. There are so many channels out there that they do 8 videos a day of crazy coins, that all it is clickbait. And we have proven that it is possible to get out there and find a rare coin in roll hunting. But the likelihood of that, and as a good for instance, I queued a couple of people. I sent Rob and Southern Metal an email, just kind of asking them, how many rolls have you searched? How many boxes have you searched of nickels without ever having found as rare a nickel as we came across that day? And Rob said, it's not so much the boxes. He said, of course, I've searched thousands of boxes, but on top of that, I have searched thousands and tens of thousands of nickels in collections. And then on top of that, I have nickedated hundreds, if not thousands, of nickels, and never in all of those nickels has Rob ever found an 18/7. And then Southern Metal was the same, said practically the same thing. Between boxes, collections, no date nickels that they bought and nickedated, have never found one of those. So it is possible to reach out there and find in a bank box a nickel worth over $2,000 and you only have a nickel in it, but the chances of that is very slim. And I think there's a lot of clickbait type videos that go on out there that it don't help the cause, in my opinion. But anyway, on a more positive note, I will be back Saturday. And on that Saturday, we will be hunting 2 boxes of $50 for my good friend, Martin Bowen, who has been on a pretty good run with the boxes. We took a step away from, freaking. Took a step away last week, didn't find any silver between JC and Martin, but Martin says, I ain't scared. Jump back in there again, so we're going to see if we can find him a couple boxes uncirculated, good to go. We'll be back Saturday. Appreciate everybody that helped me fine-tune the tip bar at the top of the screen there. You're going to see a pinned tip bar there that you can use to support the stream if you would like. And it really does help. And this is a way to do it in a way that more of what you're donating come to benefit the stream. So that was something I installed today and the reason that I got on, and I appreciate everybody for helping me, and we'll see you guys again Saturday. Giveaway Saturday. I'm going to give away a 1/4 ounce of silver. I will have lights giveaways, end of stream giveaways, and then we'll also be seeing if we can give Martin Bowen some silver out of these boxes. So y'all come back, check us out. And like I said before, I may be flicking on and in and out with a live as I test things. And so if you want to jump in, fine, but just understand it won't be but a little bit. So bye, everybody. See you Saturday. Have a good week. Oh, got football tonight. Alabama's not in it, but that's okay. Still college football.